We're going to make this a weekly live stream now. Oh, let me play some of my theme music first before I come in real quick. Oh, it's not working. Damn, I was going to play that Mike and Maria Kanellis song to set it off as a joke, but that didn't happen. Major fail. We're going to be doing this show every single Wednesday at 7 o'clock. Your boy DJ Delz. Alongside, we have Nate Serpent. Say what's up.
Hi-ho.
Hi-ho. And we also have got Clint, a.k.a. Franchise Kicks. What's up, man?
What's up, everybody? Clint, Franchise Kicks, coming back 2 weeks in a row. So let's talk about some of this drama from especially Monday night that
now,
we
guys,
want to talk about.
Keep this in mind right off the bat. This is going to go down every single Wednesday. We're really going to try to make this happen every single Wednesday at 7 o'clock. So put it on your phone calendar every 7 o'clock here. Come and watch our show, and hopefully, you know, we'll keep this going, all right? Always leave your comments, support the show by hitting the thumbs up, and make sure you follow us. All that will be in the description box below. Now, we're going to start off, as Clint was saying, we're going to start off with Raw. Now, what was the beginning of Raw? Who's got that sheet?
Raw. Hold on, I'll tell you right now.
Okay.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, it feels like forever.
It's
but
even hard to.
The beginning of Raw. The beginning of Raw was Roman Reigns and announcing that he would be the #1 contender for the title at SummerSlam. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was SummerSlam.
Yeah, SummerSlam.
So, what do you think about that? Like, what's gonna go down for SummerSlam with him? You think?
There's like no logic behind like he just comes out and like I'm the #1 contender and like that's it. He's just the #1 contender because he said he is.
Self-proclaimed.
Didn't he get interrupted by someone? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Samoa Joe.
Okay, yeah. Anything else? What else happened major you guys want to talk about? I know there's the big thing. Let's just get right to it, man. The breakup of Enzo and Cass, because that's really what we want to speak about, right?
Oh, hell yeah.
The elephant in the room. I'll go first. Me personally, I think this was the dumbest thing that WWE has done since they broke up the Wyatts and since they broke up the Shield. There's no reason why they broke up any of these factions when, if anything, they could have been selling more merch for one, and it would have been dope to just see them as a crew and people supporting each other. People like that, like crews, people miss like NWO and all that good stuff. And you have these two guys, and they're both great together. Of course, like Enzo ain't that great at wrestling, but he's not terrible, but he's fantastic on the mic. And Big Cass ain't that great on the mic. But you have Enzo filling in for him. Enzo could have been a great manager, in my opinion. What do you guys think?
Exact same thing. I mean, I've thought about this, that there's no reason to break them up at this point. But if they had to for some reason, like what you said, which I've thought about this thing 55 times, that Enzo is the mouthpiece of the group. Cass is the wrestler of the group. Cass has the look. Enzo has the hype, and they were just the perfect combo. I mean, they complemented each other perfect. The weakness of one was the strength of the other. It was a perfect match. And if they wanted to push Cass, then Enzo is the perfect manager. I mean, he's the Paul Heyman for Cass. I mean, shit talker, you know what I'm saying? It was so stupid that they could have spun Cass as a singles with a manager for a year or two, you know? I mean, there was no reason to break them up in such a just nasty way where there's no coming back now. It was
nasty.
It was horrible. I mean, it was horrible. I mean, what creative?
Grim would say people were pissed.
I was pissed, dude. I grabbed the 6-pack and started drinking and cussing. I broke some shit. Dude, I was pissed.
I read that.
Dude, I mean, I thought about going live like on YouTube, just ranting for about 5 hours straight that night. Dude, I was so pissed. I mean, I'm still pissed about it. It was ridiculous.
No, you should be. I mean, it's just like they didn't even win a championship. And the thing is that they are so good together. There hasn't been a team like this for a while. I mean, besides New Day is fantastic, but they have something special, you know, that's like vintage kind of. And I feel like if they wanted to make like a big pop happen, they could have just turned them heel and had them like beat the shit out of like Kurt Angle backstage or done something really over the top. What do you think, Nate?
Yup.
Nate, you with me tonight, bro?
Man, I'm tired.
Yeah.
No, but I agree with basically everything you guys said. But I don't know, man. I feel like they're gonna do something, at least with the SmackDown thing, which we'll get into later. They could go back in a lot of the screw ups from the pay-per-view. You can't undo this. There's no way you can undo what they did with Enzo and Cass.
Yeah, the betrayal is too crazy.
Like the amount of negativity that has come off of this one event is almost as bad as that Alexa Bliss freaking promo she did before that match with Bayley. That was terrible.
This is your life?
Yeah, that was so bad. But this is like on that level of bad, but not like bad because it was poorly executed, but bad because why?
It made no sense at all. I mean, I know Vince loves those kind of dudes, like them big, tall dudes, you know? Excuse me. But there was no reason to break up the group when they could have just had Kaz as a solo guy and have Enzo Amore. I mean, what is Enzo going to do now?
Nothing.
They're gonna throw Enzo in 205 Live.
Maybe he'll tag team with TJ Perkins or something like that. Or have a feud with TJ Perkins. They both like sneakers and all that.
Knowing Vince, he's probably going to tag up with the Big Show. And then I heard that they would call them Big Zoe or something like that.
I like Big Show with him. And, you know, maybe that's probably what's going to happen. It'll lead a feud to Big Show and Big Cass. And they'll probably have, like, maybe I could see, like, they'll have Big Show kind of trying to, like, cheer up Enzo and whatnot, since Enzo's so down and hurt. And it could be, like, some funny, kind of cute, like, promos in the back, you know what I mean? Like, some humorous promos and everything. And him trying to imitate Big Cass, like trying to like fill in and everything. Because he was kind of already doing that, right? A few weeks ago.
Yeah.
He was like imitating him. It was really, I thought it was funny.
It actually was kind of funny. I mean, it was because the show at first, Big Show was in the ring. He was trying to act like he wasn't going to do Cass's part. You know, he's trying to act all just, I'm not doing it. But then he just did it. And it was funny, you know.
It was really funny. And they showed, I don't mean to cut you off, they showed Big Cass almost looking jealous, like, right?
Yeah. But I mean, Big Show doing Cass's lines for weeks or months will get old pretty quickly, though. Doing another person's lines, it would be kind of funny for 2 to 4 weeks. And then Enzo would just end up on 205 Live and TNA within a year.
Definitely. I mean, can you see him going into the independent circuit eventually, or you think they're going to hold on to him? What do you think, Nate?
I think he would probably kill it on the independent circuit. He's got so many fans already.
Mm-hmm. But do you think Vince? I don't think Vince would let him go. Or do you think
if Enzo was on the?
Yeah, that would be huge. We'll see. Only time's going to tell what they're going to do with him. You know, I definitely think they're going to put him with Big Show because, I mean, what is Big Show doing right now? He's got no storyline, but he's still traveling with them, you know. You see him backstage at a lot of the shows.
They're going to put Big Show. I feel like it's going to be Big Show against Big Cass and just to put Big Cass over. That's what Show does these days. He puts people over.
Yeah. Yeah, he enhances the other talent, you know, putting people over and whatnot. Anything else we could think of to talk about with Raw? I know Raw was a little distant from, you know, today. You know what we had? Didn't we have Elias Sampson, and he wrestled well, he got into a little thing with Finn. Was it Finn Balor this week, or was that even last week?
I fast forwarded during that whole bit. I didn't watch it, honestly.
You got into Elias Sampson, huh?
Fast forward, yeah.
What about you? You like Elias Sampson? How do you feel about him, Nate?
He's already old.
I kind of like him, man. He's got kind of like an old school gimmick where he just like pisses off the crowd like crazy and everything, you know?
Well, apparently he just sat in the ring and tuned his guitar.
Yeah.
He didn't sing a song this week.
I watched that. He was tuning the guitar and yelling at the people, "Shut up! I'm trying to tune the guitar." You know, trying to get heat through doing that. I thought it was pretty entertaining. And I think his look, he kind of looks a little bit like Damian Sandow meets Randy Macho Man. I don't know if you guys see that at all, but I see it as far as the look.
He does look like other people. Definitely.
I have a good feeling about him. And I'm getting back to what we were talking about with Enzo and Cass. Can you imagine how great Enzo would be as a heel cutting promos, like making fun of every city? Because I think that he was running out of gas, like as far as cutting promos every week, and he was kind of like landing flat on a lot of stuff. I was hearing some boos at one point. I don't know if you guys heard boos sometimes when they were coming out. Like even his promos, they weren't as smooth as they used to be. But I think it would have been refreshing for him as a performer if he had the opportunity to now be the bad guy and just make fun of every city. Like, can you imagine him going to like every city and just shitting on every city, talking bad about them on the mic? Kind of like what happened with New Day when New Day went heel, which they had to because they weren't over at all until they went heel. And then once they went heel, it just became magical, you know? No pun intended, you know? So,
there is one more thing from Raw that popped in my head.
Okay.
Did y'all notice how Bo Dallas looks these days?
Oh my goodness.
He looks like a Wyatt.
Yeah.
He sure does, doesn't he?
He definitely resembles
family resemblance.
I thought the same thing. I'm like, it's just a matter of time before they reformed the Wyatt brothers. You know, Bo and Bray Wyatt. Change his name and everything.
I feel like it's coming.
Shout out to Dave on the chat. Say with your kicks. Sorry to interrupt.
No, you're good. I feel like he's getting ready for that, but they're not ready to utilize it yet. But he's ready for when they're ready to this new direction.
Oh yeah.
Bray needs his can't be a quote unquote cult leader and have no followers.
He needs a stable bad.
He needs his, I feel like I just want the original stable back, to be honest.
Yeah.
I would be content with that. I feel like if they just put the pieces back in the original box and just represented it the way that we know it, it would be fine, you know? I don't think they need new pieces, to be honest with you. Like
and Noah Strowman, because he never really fit them, I don't think.
Well, you don't like
I like him, but not as a Wyatt. He was too good to be part of the Wyatt clique.
Well, yeah, he has a pretty powerful persona, like a star quality about him, which we're able to see now because he's able to hang with the main roster, like the A-list guys. I mean, it may not be A-list to us, but you know, like, like he's working with the A-list guys. He's working with their baby, you know, Roman Reigns, aka Baby Cena. You know,
I'm not done with you yet.
Oh my God,
that was awesome.
Was that was fantastic.
Throws him on his face pretty much.
That was a great segue.
Why is that not on his shirt yet?
Fantastic segue. Yeah, and I can't believe I didn't like put that together when I heard the ambulance. I was like, what is that? At first I thought it was outside of my house at first. I was like, what is this? And then all of a sudden when they opened the door, I was like, oh my God, how did I not see this? Oh man, I popped crazy. I was like, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But I was expecting like him to throw him down the steps again. You know, I wanted to see him just go straight up bananas, just go crazy. You know, what do you guys think?
Open this door real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I was waiting for Strowman just to beat him down 10 times worse. I mean, I want to see him to throw him onto a stretcher and throw him out the back door, pick him back up, put him back on the stretcher, put him into the street, let a car hit him. I mean, just beat the shit out of Roman Reigns. I wanted to see it just so damn bad.
They could have see when they first did that whole thing with Roman Reigns, they should have kept doing it over and over again, I think, because it had all of us so entertained. And eventually put over Roman even more. But I think Roman is doing better. I think he has less hate than he used to, you know?
Well, he has less hate because he is welcoming more of being a heel. The way, like stuff that he says now, he's getting really, really cocky and arrogant and self-centered. Mm-hmm. So he's not trying to be the baby face. He's trying to be a heel face, kind of. You know, like I'm
not a good guy. I'm not a bad guy.
Oh, God.
I am the guy.
So he's doing better, but he still has work, a lot of work.
Yeah. I think if he went full-fledged heel, like a blatant heel, it'd be fantastic. But, I mean, I think it would really win a lot of us over. If he was just completely just terrible, like an evil bastard, you know what I mean? It would work great. I mean, not evil like Bray Wyatt, but just like a real asshole, you know?
I feel like they're trying to not have The Rock 2.0. Like, I think that's what they're afraid of, having that comparison, and that's why they won't turn him full heel, because that's how The Rock started. He was Rocky Maivia forever, and no one really was feeling him.
No.
He went heel, and that's when he blew up.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
I think also he sells a ton of merchandise. You could see, you know, a lot of the kids wearing his shit, you know. So even adults are wearing his stuff, you know.
I'm not.
I would really be wearing that gender shirt, though.
Speaking of merch, how about them gender shirts? Did you end up picking one up yet, boys?
It is being shipped.
Yes, mine is.
I got mine ordered with that 40% off promo code that night.
Same with me.
Yeah.
I hope you used my link.
I think I did.
I did, as a matter of fact.
Awesome. So, is there anything else to talk about with Raw?
Raw pretty much sucked.
Raw basically sucks everything.
Pretty much sucked.
So when we do these shows, we'll just do highlights of Raw since it's already halfway in the week. We're still trying to figure this all out. I haven't really been looking in the comments much. So anyone that's watching live, I apologize. But guys, if you ever have a chance, peek in the comments. You know, if you want to shout anyone out in there. I know Say With Your Kicks was in there a little bit ago. My phone just died, so it's not really easy for me to go on there. The page I have is different, but there's nothing else to talk about with Raw this week that I could think of. You guys have anything?
The only other thing I can think of is R-Truth and Goldust. Looks like the most intriguing storyline.
I'm not into this shit. I don't know. Are you into it?
No.
I feel
I'm into Goldust. I'm not really into the R-Truth.
I mean, I like them both a lot, but this particular wave, the promos they're kind of like I know they're supposed to like be cutting them in a kind of like tacky style, it seems like, or like a throwback almost style maybe even, but I'm just not feeling them. I don't know why they're even making them feud. They should have just kept them as a tag team. I was enjoying them as a tag team. You know how long it took for them to become a tag team? I mean, they had so many vignettes trying to get them to become a tag team, and then they broke them up too quick. I thought they were great together, filled up, you know, a good 5 minutes of the actual program, and I personally don't think people care about them beefing with each other. But that's me.
No, I don't care about them beefing.
What about you, Nate? Well, you said you enjoyed the Gold Dust one, right?
Dust. I like him a lot. I think it's crazy that he's so old and he still performs at such a high
Yeah,
level.
he's pretty damn old, man. Like when he takes off that damn makeup, like he really looks like an old dude. But when he puts the makeup on, man, it's like he's a young dude still, man. I love I love a lot of the stuff he did, but this particular vibe, I'm not really feeling too much. There's something off about it. It's not smooth, you know. His shit's usually
I feel like
awkward, you know.
I feel like they're about to give him like a mid card push and put the IC belt on him, off like
On Goldust?
I think it's gonna happen.
Holy shit!
I don't know about that.
They're putting a lot of effort.
But hey, if
into
you
this.
think so, that's what's good. That's what's good. We need opinions here, man.
Yeah.
So when I'm right, y'all gonna buy the Goldust shirt, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll cop a Goldust shirt. You know, the three of us will wear it on the show. You know, that'll be fun, man. They're not much money once they go on. Once those and there's a freaking new event that happens like every other week. There's always a new pay-per-view. You got Great Balls of Fire. And after Great Balls of Fire, what's next? Is it SummerSlam or no?
I think there's another SmackDown pay-per-view after that.
I think so too.
What is it called? I don't remember. I think there's one more.
If this one's Great Balls of Fire, what's the next one going to be called? Freaking Super Freak or some other old ass song name?
Yeah. One thing I want to speak about too, which I seen you mention on Twitter, you were talking about, Nate, the promo of the women's champions, and they didn't have China in the promo. And
for the
that too. That's
Money in the Bank.
That is horrible. How could they not put China in that? I mean, she was huge for women wrestling. No matter what she did, like how can you not mention her and show all those other girls? They put Beth Phoenix at the end. Like they should have put China in there.
They act like I understand, like she has this whatever.
I mean, they act like she's dead or something, you know? You would have appreciated that. Come on, guys.
Too soon.
Did they have Lita in that promo?
Yeah, they had Lita. They had Trish.
Yeah. Did they have that?
How can you not have the woman, the only woman that ever won the Intercontinental Championship?
Yeah. That was really disrespectful. I thought that was crazy. I thought that was really, really crazy.
Well,
one more thing I want to talk about too with Raw, The Miz. What is going on with The Miz? Like, to me, I feel like Miz should never have left SmackDown. I keep talking about this, but like, why do they have The Miz beefing with his wife? I know they like pieced everything up and everything, but like, why are they doing stupid shit like that? Right?
It's like they're trying to create tension that's not necessary.
It's not, and no one wants to see them. It's such an awkward thing, like to see the two, like a real wife and husband, like them forcing them to like not like each other is so strange and retarded. Excuse me, that's not the right word. No offense to retarded people, whatever. But like, it just made no sense to me. And it's just like the Enzo and Cass. These are things that don't need to be happening, and they're making this happen. Like WWE Creative is doing all kinds of dumb shit. Like I just can't call it.
No.
I want to give them the benefit of the doubt and say maybe this Miz thing is like leading to a Miz face turn.
Yeah, but do you want that? I don't want that.
No.
But I feel like they probably feel like, oh, the Miz is stale on this. Maybe they're gonna do the Miz turn and do the Ambrose turn, and Ambrose be full blown heel again, so that they're gonna be feuding forever, apparently. So I guess they're trying to just switch up the dynamic a little bit. Like maybe the Miz is like on his last leg or whatever, and makes up with his wife, and they're like lovey-dovey. But
well,
not
they made up, and everything was cool, right? And they had the whole bear situation.
Well, she stormed off after that, didn't she?
It's it just makes no sense. They should have had him feuding with a new wrestler and creating a new story, because Miz is good as a heel and people are entertained by him, and now they're almost like kind of like fucking up his momentum by not continuing what people are enjoying. Like, I feel like WWE is not, like, the writers, they're not paying attention to what the audience likes and seeing what works. Like, people like seeing Miz being a complete jerk and speaking and shooting from the hip, where it almost feels like an actual shoot and it's like real, you know? Like, they needed to bring in a new opponent. He's the champion. Where's the challengers? Where's everyone that wants the belt? Right?
Like, why did they bring this Samson dude, like, fighting random people? They should have put him in the title picture. He could have been feuding with The Miz. That probably would have been a good program.
That could have been, yeah. That could have been.
So they're not going to do it.
I think they're trying to test the waters with Elias Sampson. And I don't know why they didn't, like, keep the Drifter. I thought that was a good name for him, the Drifter. They kind of just annihilated that. Because remember when he was just popping up out of nowhere, just walking around with his guitar and shit fucking in the background? And people were popping, writing on the Twitter and shit. Oh, the Drifter! You seen the Drifter? You know, like,
that was funny when he used to just randomly appear and walk by.
Yeah, he's like, "Where is Waldo?" and shit. And they had Finn Balor with him. Like, it's just, I think they're just trying to test the water. And also, you notice Finn Balor is really going down. I keep burying him every time we do a show. He is really going. He's just sinking. He's in quicksand right now. They have to think of something for him fast.
He hasn't had his best match was the one where he got injured against Seth Rollins when he won the belt.
I think we're done with Raw, right? We're going to SmackDown. Let's go to SmackDown. So what do we want to talk about first, boys? SmackDown was nothing that crazy.
Well,
Ellsworth, he's still around.
Stupid freaking.
Okay, so yeah, let's go to the pay-per-view. Let's do that. We'll go to the the women's ladder match, the first Money in the Bank women's ladder match, and then we'll go to SmackDown. I think that's appropriate to do. And then we can ping pong back and forth we want with the men's and SmackDown with the pay-per-view. That sounds good, guys?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So with the women's pay-per-view, I thought it was a fantastic match. I was highly entertained. I was a little nervous during some of the spots, and not even during spots, them literally near the ladder and climbing it and carrying the ladder, because we all have women at home, and like, you know how ladders are, they're fucking big and heavy and shit. Like, so you already know, like, these girls are tiny girls. Like, they're tiny. So can you imagine them, like, maneuvering the ladders? I felt like at times, like, I got a little nervous, like they were going to get hurt, you know? No one wants to see anyone get hurt, but I was wondering if someone was going to get hurt. That was one thing I was thinking. But the way it ended, of course, Ellsworth runs up on the ladder, everyone's down, grabs the briefcase, drops it down to none other than Carmella. Jesus. And people were furious. They were furious. So what did you guys think of that match? I loved it. And I predicted that too, by the way.
I thought
okay, you go first.
I thought the match was mediocre. Okay. It wasn't really, to me, that entertaining, that good. Charlotte's top rope jump was a nice spot.
Definitely.
But she kind of landed awkwardly. If I can't remember exactly how she landed, but it didn't look right the way she actually hit. But I thought the match it was a kind of a quickie match, but it didn't really have, like, I didn't really care about it during the match. I was just waiting for somebody just to win, just to get it done with. And the dirty finish is what they wanted. Like, they wanted that dirty finish. and it worked. People were pissed. I actually wasn't pissed. I really didn't care. I thought it was kind of funny.
So happy.
I thought it was kind of funny.
I'm a big supporter of Carmella and James Ellsworth. I think they're fantastic. And I like the whole Eric B. and Rakim get up. They were rocking and whatnot. Money in the Bank. I don't know if you guys noticed that. That Paid in Full. Really great. What do you think, Nate?
Oh, man. I know you predicted it was going to be thanks to Ellsworth. But I feel like they could have done it better where he didn't necessarily or whatever. Maybe he could have. I mean, there's 1,000 better ways they could have done that so that a man was not the one
to grab it.
Exactly.
I didn't
That's what
like
people
that.
are mad about.
I thought he was going to push the thing with someone on top. But I guess they felt that was too dangerous, you know, which it is pretty dangerous. You figure these girls weigh maybe $110, you know. They're small. I don't know if you've seen these girls, like, live. They're tiny, man. Like, so.
And like to what you were saying about the women with the ladders, Carmella was struggling with a ladder. I saw one point in the match.
When she was trying to maneuver it. It's a big ladder, man. You know, it's a fucking tall ladder. It looked like the same one that the guys are using, and maybe they should have used a ladder that's a little bit shorter, but they didn't. And the ladder matches could be very dangerous. There was some dangerous stuff that went on during the men's one, which we'll get to. But let's stay here for a second. Going to Raw now, they took the actual briefcase away from Carmella, and they are now doing a new match next Raw, right? Is that what's going on? Next SmackDown. Raw. Okay. Oh, SmackDown. Excuse me. That's what I meant. What do you guys think of how they did that? Do you think that was the right thing to do as far as storyline?
Oh, yeah. It created just the right amount of heat, plus fans are happy who wanted the first ever woman to actually win the match, so the fans are happy it went down that way. I don't care, honestly. But, yeah, I think Daniel or the powers that be who took the case away made the right choice because the heel heat is just so big right now. That's what they wanted, and it worked perfect.
Yeah, but, I mean, to have the first time that they do it with women and then it being, like, this way, like it not being fair, I guess some people didn't like that. I personally didn't give a shit. I thought it was funny. I mean, it's fake fighting we're watching. It's like a damn soap opera, for Christ's sake, you know, with action. It's a TV show we're watching. It's not real. But at the end of the day, Carmella's still going to win next week. That's my prediction. Who's winning next week? Nate, you go first. Well, second.
I'm not going to say Tamina.
You said that last week. One of you guys said Tamina last week.
I did.
If you can watch our prediction show, I'm going to put a playlist to all of our episodes somewhere popping up here eventually, but it'll definitely be in the description box right away. So definitely watch all of our episodes if you're enjoying this one. And please hit the button, the like button, the thumbs up right now if you're watching live or if you're watching on the record. The record, that sounded weird, really weird. Okay, going back to you, Nate. Sorry about that.
Oh, it's all good. What the hell was I saying?
Your prediction for next week with Raw, the Money in the Bank, Part 2.
I think it's got to be Carmella again because, I mean, she cuts a great promo. They take the case from her. And so now this is her. I feel like she'll either find another way to win dirty without him or just somehow win clean.
Because he's not allowed to be at the next match, correct? Like, didn't they ban him from the next one?
I'm not sure.
So.
Okay. If you guys know in the comments, put that in the comments. What do you think, Clint?
I haven't actually thought about this, but it makes sense for Carmella since she's got the heat right now on her. That would be the responsible thing for WWE to do. But I guess I say Carmella, she'll win dirty, That's about it, man.
A lot of people were shocked that Carmella is getting such a push, but the one thing that people need to understand is, think back, Carmella had that feud with Nikki Bella. Not anyone messes with Nikki Bella and gets to work with Nikki Bella like that. So, you know, WWE has had their eye on Carmella for a little bit now. If you look back when she had that feud with Nikki Bella, you know. So, what do we got next? Let's go talk about, matter of fact, let's go back to the pay-per-view, talk quickly about the Money in the Bank, the men's Money in the Bank match. Who I think you predicted, Nate, that Baron was going to win, and I kind of went with what you were saying. I think I was like, oh wow, yeah, that makes sense. Am I correct about that?
I think so.
You don't even. And who were you picking, franchise?
Sami Zayn.
Who, to me, Sami Zayn should have won. That's my opinion. That man, did you see that spot when he flipped over? Who was he on the ladder with?
The power bomb?
Yeah, that power bomb was crazy.
He was working his
Dolph,
ass
right?
off. He worked his ass off in that match. I thought he was winning.
He had the best match of all the guys in the ring.
He
put on a show that night.
Risked himself. That was so dangerous. Another dangerous spot was with AJ Styles hanging from all the way up top and then dropping like a freaking sack of potatoes. I was like, how is this guy not injured, you know? Even the way he landed didn't seem
I was scared that he broke his arm or leg or tore something. It just like I told you on Twitter that you don't take the face of your company and have him risk injury just to get a pop from the crowd. That's no.
And it wasn't even that.
No.
It wasn't necessary for them to do that.
Let Dolph fall because nobody cares if Dolph gets hurt, you know. Like really, nobody cares. Don't let Ed.
They should have figured a way to break his fall, because that's what they do when they do any kind of high spot. They have someone that they land on to break the fall, but he literally just landed down on the damn mat. I mean, I'm pretty sure those rings have springs in the bottom, so it has like a big kind of spring kind of thing, like under the mat in the middle. So when they hit, it goes in a little bit. But still, it seems like really dangerous, you know. And I'm not 100% on the mat for anyone that's watching that. I may be wrong, so don't kill me in the comments. Go ahead, kill me in the comments. I love the interaction. But I thought Sami Zayn was going to win. I thought it was a great performance. I think that is so comical how WWE, but it's smart at the same time. They didn't have Shinsuke come out to his music, correct? At first, when he got hit by Baron Corbin, or the music came on? Did it come on?
The music came on, I think.
Okay.
The
music came on, but it was only for a second, right? And then Baron Corbin came in and just, you know, caught him. But then when he finally comes out of his beating, you know, and runs back in the ring, they play the music. Why did they? You know, they only played it for a cheap pop for the crowd. Like, it's just funny how they like are always going to use that damn music, you know, because everyone goes crazy when that music plays. And I had a feeling he was going to win for a second. I thought he was going to win for a second.
Nah, I knew there was no way he was going to win that match. I thought they were going to like do something memorable with him. Like the whole little face-off with AJ, because, you know.
Yeah, I like that face-off.
Yes.
And that's when I felt like he was going to win, either him or AJ, and then Baron closed it out. But it made sense for Baron to win. These guys, once again, WWE, Vince McMahon, creative, they love these big dudes, these tall guys, you know. And Baron is someone that I have had this feeling that they're going to be trying to get him in for a long time, you know. I think he needs to do something with his head because he's balding so badly. I think he needs to join the team. You know what I mean? You know? I know he's like Mr. like, yeah, metal and this and that, but like maybe put a few tattoos on your head or some shit, you know? Go badass like that, you know? but I can't call it, man. His hair is so bad, but he's got a young face. Like if you look at his face, he's got a young guy's face. Like he looks like he's in his 20s when you look at his face, but his hair is like, you know, if you put an old man's face, like if they did like a Snapchat, like with the filter, and you put an old man's face on Baron, it would look like a fucking old man. But all in all, what else went down on SmackDown? I mean, I can't really think of much more to talk about, but I'm sure there is. Is there anything else that really went down that was worth talking about tonight?
Well, I know that I don't know. The whole gender.
Oh yeah, Jinder Mahal, duh.
thing.
Wow. What were you gonna say so you don't forget, Clint?
Oh, I was gonna bring up Breezango.
Okay, let's go there, and then we'll finish off with Jinder, unless someone else has something on the meantime. So go ahead, bro.
Well, I was actually going to say Breezango did something. I don't remember what it was, but they did something that was
They had
decent.
the phone, like Paulie Danger.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. That ECW nod, and the bulletin board had some things, but it was kind of hard to read what it was. And that bulletin board is usually gold. They always do these funny little, sneak disses, even though they're not really sneak disses, but just little jabs at people on the bulletin board. And going back to the pay-per-view, what a terrible surprise that was. The Ascension.
That was horrible.
We were all on Twitter, all of us that love watching the product, and we're like, who could it be? Oh, it's got to be someone debuting. Maybe they got someone from Impact, or, who could it be? And then they bring out these dingbats, and it's like, holy shit. They are just so cringy. One of the guys is so out of shape now. And, I mean, we're not in good shape, any of us guys.
No.
We're not also shirtless in the ring, like, Jesus Christ, like put on a shirt or something, like you look sloppy, dude. And the makeup is terrible. Their music is so awesome, and that's the only thing good about them. I like the music. This shit is kind of hard, of course, but besides that, like I thought they could have done so much better. They could have brought someone out, and it could have been great, Or they could have even brought someone from the past, like an old school group of guys.
Like the Headbangers back.
Rock and Roll Express.
Made a comedy out of it. Bring out the Bushwhackers or something. Like just something funny, like a goof, And it was just such a letdown because they were building that whole thing up. And besides that, I thought they were pretty damn entertaining. Oh, that pay-per-view also we got to talk about. The Usos versus New Day. I thought they did fantastic. I was shocked how good that match was. I personally thought it was great. What did you guys think?
2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs up. Were you expecting it to be as good as it was, or did you not think it was that great?
I mean, I thought it would be good because I feel like they have good chemistry, like when they do the YouTube channel. Like they're friends.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. They know how to work well together. I'd like to see a lot more out of those guys, the 5 of them.
But you see the Usos Supreme Air Force One ripoffs?
Oh, those were customs by Mach. The custom guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to do a double take.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? At first I was like, wait a minute, what is this? And then I knew right away it had to be a custom from Mach, because Mach is like in their like swimwear with the WWE talent. Like I forgot who he did first. I think he did the Bellas first. He did one of the WWE guys, but once you get in there, he does such a great job. The other wrestlers envy the work, and then they want to get stuff done. He's done Enzo stuff and the Usos. I've seen that show a while ago. But I enjoyed that match. I thought it was pretty damn entertaining, and I'm glad they kept the belts on the Usos, because I think without the belts, like it's not good for them. They need the belts, and the New Day doesn't need the belts. I don't think they don't need the belts. the belt is really a prop at the end of the day. You know, it's something to just put people over more. I mean, like certain championships, like some people really need them and some people really don't. That's just my opinion. Like the club really needs the belt because it would help them.
The club needs to be the club.
Yeah, why don't they just get the club to get, like, why don't they just get Finn Balor with the club? You know, like, I think that's what they need to do, form like the Balor club maybe, and do something like that with the club.
Yeah,
I
they
think
should. I mean, since the club is dead, Finn Balor is getting buried. Yeah, I mean, that would be a huge push for all three of them. Fans would love it. I mean, fans would freaking love it. So
yeah, it would be fantastic.
That makes so much sense.
They really need to do that now, because another problem with WWE is they have so much talent. Like, people always say they don't have enough talent, but they have too much talent where they don't even know what to do with people. Like, so they have no storylines, so they throw together shit on the wall, you know, and see if it sticks. That's basically what they're doing.
Yes, they do. Yes,
that's what they did with Jinder Mahal, you know. Basically, they said, "Oh, let's see if this sticks." Throw it on the wall. Oh, it's sticking, you know. Which it is. I thought that it was a pretty good match on the pay-per-view. I enjoyed it. I like seeing the old school guys. What did you guys think of it?
I thought it was a pretty good match. Jinder kind of he won clean with the 1-2-3 count, you know, and I thought it was an excellent match. The Singh brothers, of course, we knew they were going to do some shenanigans. You know, that was expected. Of course, they hyped up Flair being there and Bob Orton being there and all these old guys being there. So we knew there was going to be bullshit that, you know. It
was really good. Like, if you think about it, when he did the figure four and he was like, woo, woo. Did you catch what he was doing? He should have been selling it a little more, the woo, but I'm pretty sure you guys caught that.
I think so, yeah.
Did you catch it, Nate?
Yep.
Oh, I loved it. I thought it was hilarious. He should have kept woo while he had it. Like, he needs to put more dickhead personality onto him, and it was cool to see he actually has that in him. He needs to do more dickhead shit like that. And I loved when he went in there and the Singh brothers were messing with Cowboy Orton. That was fucking great, man. I loved it. And Orton was really into it. Cowboy, what's his first name? I forgot his first name.
Bob. Cowboy Bob Orton.
Cowboy Bob Orton. I met him at the Wrestle Cage show that just passed. He was sitting with Mr. Perfect. It was pretty cool. I think it was. Yeah, I met Mr. Perfect there. Oh, no, not Mr. Perfect. Mr.
Wonderful. What? Kurt died
with a time machine
years ago. Yeah.
We went in a time machine and we went to this wrestling show. No, it was Mr. Wonderful.
Okay, yeah, but
Paul Orndorff. And it was awesome that they were sitting next to each other. WrestleCade is really cool. You should try to get out there this year. Both of you guys, but I know it's not as easy for you, Clint. But you may want to go over there, man. It's a pretty awesome time, Nate.
We're gonna have the crew there next year or this year.
Yeah, I mean, they haven't really announced anyone that's like really like wow yet, I don't think. But last year they had Sting there, they had freaking who'd they have there? They had Flair, they had Razor Ramon, Scott Hall, they had everyone you could freaking think of. Yes. Love the shirt. They had the Hardys. They had just Matt Hardy with Senor Benjamin, which was fantastic. So it was a great time. Now, do we think that Jinder Mahal is going to have this title for another full pay-per-view?
Yes.
I think so too.
Absolutely.
Actually,
I think that they put the case on Baron, and it's going to end up being like a throwaway. Something's going to happen. Like, he's going to cash it in, and somebody's going to ruin it for him, and he's not going to get it. That's going to be his next major feud, whoever ruins that for him.
That's horrible.
I'm surprised. I am so surprised that Randy is going along with this whole thing, because now Jinder Mahal has beat Randy Orton twice.
Hell yeah.
And
they're really putting this man over right now.
The second way, even though it was clean, he was distracted, kind of Randy. You know what I mean? His head wasn't in the game. Like they still didn't make it like a completely like clean finish. It was clean.
It was a clean finish.
It was a clean finish, but he still had distractions and shit like that. You know, I guess Randy is he's doing the right thing. He's getting older now, and he's doing what people like Flair and them did when he was young, you know, and putting him over and everything. Mick Foley even put him over back in the days, right? Didn't they have a match back in the days and he put him over?
I think so.
He was the legend killer.
Yeah. So, you know, it's that time. I mean, I don't know how old Jinder Mahal is, and I don't know if how old he is. Wonder how old he is. My phone is fucking dead.
You just count the number of volcanoes on his back, and that count will be his age.
You seen that tweet I posted, right?
Dude, that was a volcano. It was huge.
He had the one. It was like a volcano.
Yeah, it was huge.
I tweeted that. I said, "Do you see the volcano on his left?" It was and the
huge.
the camera is deliberately getting this shit. I feel like they are being like, okay, let's embrace what the people are talking about. That people think he's on roids. They see the acne in the back of him, and I mean, it was really bad. He had this. He was fucking. It looked like he got shot with like a little 22 or some shit, you know, or like a strong ass BB gun. Like the shit was like a volcano on his fucking back. It was like out, man. I'm like, damn, man. And Randy Orton probably when he's locking up, he got touched the volcano.
Pus was coming out probably.
When he wrestled, he got to wipe it on his trunks. He got fucking whatever the fucking pus and shit. You know, when he lay on the mat, there's pus and slime all on the mat, maybe, and shit. And he's that must not be fun to wrestle Jinder Mahal, man, with all the acne. Even if it's not from roids, let's give him the benefit of the doubt. He's not on roids. He's still got hella acne, and he's sweaty as fuck. And he's rolling around that damn mat, and he's got all that acne juice just popping. He may have pimples popping while he's like getting slammed and shit. He'd be like, oh shit. Oh. They're like 1, 2, and he's on the back. Oh.
That's nasty.
Disgusted. They got to fucking wipe him down with shit at the end, like acne. What's it called? The shit that they use for acne.
Like Clearasil
and all that shit they had in the malls at one point. Oh man, it's good stuff though, man. I like Jinder Mahal. I think he's hilarious. I think he's entertaining. I want him to do more of the imitating things and being more of a dick, because he needs to show more personality instead of just being, America doesn't like me because of how I look, you know. You don't want to have a champion like me. Like, have him be a spiteful asshole. Like, fuck with people's families and be a dickhead. And didn't Randy Orton say some crazy shit on that SmackDown? Like, I'm going to go to India. What did he say? What exactly did he say? Or something?
It's like he was going to go to India and RKO his whole family or something like that. It was something just off the wall crazy.
So if he's still shooting, then maybe we're going to get another match. Are you guys seeing that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's going to be a third.
Maybe a cage match or something. That may happen.
On the live chat, Say It With Your Kick said that the next pay-per-view for SmackDown is called Battleground before SummerSlam.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, Say It With Your Kick's awesome, dude.
So Battleground will probably have part 3, Jinder, Orton, and hopefully Jinder retains, because his character's growing. It's getting better. It's evolving, and I kind of want to see how far Jinder can go with the belt and the acne.
Yeah, the acne got to stay. That's part of his gimmick now, you know? The acne. You imagine if he does like he gets like an endorsement with like one of them fucking acne companies.
Proactive. He's in the Proactive commercial.
Yeah, and it gets all gone, and he's like, "Hey, I'm Jinder Mahal. You used to watch me on SmackDown, and I had the volcano, but it's gone now because of Proactive. You can be like me."
Like, that would be freaking awesome if they did that.
That shit would be incredible. Like, you know, the Jinder Mahal acne commercial. Oh my God. That's priceless, man. They got to do that. He'd be great. He would be great for it. You know, you can be like me, acne free. And then the Singh brothers will be like walking behind them with the bottles,
dancing with the bottles,
like trying to pop it in the camera from behind. You know, that could be something special, man.
And then just think if they went 2 more steps and then they fixed his actual gyno that he has around his man boobs, you know.
Yeah, he's got like hanging nips. He's got like hanging.
Yeah, he's got that gyno. What's it called? Gynoplastia, wherever it is. Yeah.
He's got some things going on with him, but he's entertaining as hell. So whatever he's doing, keep it up. I personally am enjoying it. Some people are really pissed though, like some of the smart marks out there and some of the other podcasts. And no disrespect to any of the other podcasts. We love them all. We listen to most of them, even if we really don't. We say we do, you know. And we hope you guys enjoy ours. But, you know, at the end of the day, we love wrestling. We all love the same thing. But some people they hate the fact that he was a jobber and then he became this top guy. But what I just don't understand is this shit is not real. This is not real wrestling. It's not like a real sport where, oh, they deserve this. You know, what about Sami Zayn? He's done this. He did flips off the fucking ladder. Like, you know, what the hell? Like, this is fake, dude. Like, he left. He came back. He's at the right place at the right time. It's like when you watch people that become famous and they like, how did this asshole become famous? You know what I mean? Like,
cash me out, girl.
Right place at the right time. You know, that's just how it happens. That's all it's about, man. With show business, there's so many talented people out there. It's about being at the right place at the right time. And they were doing a bunch of stuff with India. They needed an Indian guy. Who are they gonna holler at? The Great Khali and everything. Like, it's just crazy. It's almost as crazy as seeing 2 freaking Nates right now. I'm seeing double. Are you guys seeing double too?
Yeah. I got a little box that popped up that said Pagan joined our voice call or something.
So I think we're going to conclude this unless we got anything else to talk about. I don't want to end it if you guys have something to talk about.
Nothing I could think of.
Trying to think what else went down SmackDown that was worthy.
Worthy.
While you're thinking,
I think so.
Guys, real quickly, for people that are watching on the replay, definitely leave your comments, please. And hit the thumbs up button, but leave your comments. Tell us what you liked about the show, anything you thought was funny, anything you agree with. Just be interactive with us, because if you enjoy these shows, we will keep doing them. But we need to get that, you know, enthusiasm to come back next week. And when you guys leave your comments and your thoughts and you share the podcast or just tweet us, let us know like that you enjoyed it. Make sure you follow all of our Twitters. As I said, all of that will be in the description box below, our YouTube addresses. So follow that all, subscribe here. But just please leave comments, you know. Shout out to everyone that leaves comments. And I think we're going to wrap it right here. Oh, wait a minute. Let's talk about Samoa Joe and Brock Lesnar. Because wasn't that last week when Samoa Joe grabbed Paul Heyman and started whispering at him? And then after that, Samoa Joe and Brock went at each other in the ring, correct?
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty good. What do you guys think of that? Did you like it or no?
Samoa Joe Brock Lesnar segment was the only good part of that particular episode of Raw.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that was Game 5 of the NBA Finals, right?
Okay, so we're going really bad.
Yeah.
For people that are new to watching, this is going to be our first official show that's a non-pay-per-view, and we're going to do this every single week. And if you guys also have any topics you want us to speak about, please leave it in the comment box below so that before we do the show, we can look at all the comments. And if you guys have questions, we will answer those questions. We will try to, as long as it's got some kind of taste to it. You know, if it's totally ridiculous, we're not going to talk about it. And if you see a question in the comments that you like, that you want answered, hit the thumbs up on that person's comment too. So we have, you know, other stuff to talk about too if you enjoyed the show. We want to keep it interesting. We don't want to keep it boring. I think that we're not going to go through every single match. That's what we planned on at first. So what we'll do is every week we're just going to take notes on what we liked and only talk about that, or if there was anything that was just absolutely fucking horrible, then we'll talk about that also. So real quick, guys, plug all your stuff, please, starting with Nate.
You can find me on YouTube at Nate Serpent. You can find me on Twitter at npagon2 because Nate Serpent was taken.
How you spell serpent for people that don't know how to spell?
You spell it incorrectly, so you spell it Serpant.
Okay.
And then on Instagram, Nate.Serpent, I think. I'm gonna tell you right now. Nate_Serpent. There you go. That's my Instagram, which is probably the most interesting social media thing that I do.
So definitely follow him. And Clint, tell him all your social media, anything you want to promote real quickly, please.
My YouTube, youtube.com/franchise kicks, Twitter @franchise kicks, Instagram, I just changed it. Whoever had the @franchise kicks, they gave it up. So I snatched it.
Sweet.
So I'm @franchise kicks now on Instagram. In the process of trying to create my own merchandise right now.
Yeah, I noticed you have a T-shirt for sale. If you're interested, check out his Twitter. And Nate, you also have merchandise on your Twitter too, correct? That you tweet here and there.
I'm doing some revamping.
Okay, well, guys, if you guys have merchandise, T-shirts you're selling, make sure to tweet me a link privately so I can add it in the description box below. So if anyone wants to check out your merchandise, they could just go and pick it up in the description box. And I didn't mean to cut you off. Are you done, or you had anything else?
Oh, I was just saying, that I'm working with a designer right now to create some custom T-shirt designs, and some designs have nothing to do with me as Franchise Kicks as the YouTuber, but like my own little spin-off brand that I'm working on right now with a logo and trying to get the copyrights for it. So we'll see what happens. So that's to be determined at a future date.
Yeah, we went way more than kicks, man. That's why, like Nate over here, he changed his wave. He used to be just strictly his name was like Sneak Geeks 87, and like people that support him, including himself, who talked to me about it, but he was thinking about changing to an actual name because, you know, you just limit yourself if you just go by just something with sneakers. You know, if you are gonna put yourself out there on the internet with way more than that, then it's better to have an actual name. You know what I mean? Versus sneaker thing. Like me, the Sneaker Addict, that's just the YouTube show, but I always presented myself as Delz, you know. I used to do the DJing thing so much. My Instagram, Twitter, and all that stuff should be in the description box below. My Twitter's at DJDELZ, DJDELZ. I have my T-shirts over at ProWrestlingTees.com/DJDELZ. Got a couple of new designs. This is one of the tees right here, the Sneaker Addict, and you could definitely pick one up. We got them for the little girls, not little girls, but women too. That sounded really weird. We got them for the little girls. Sorry for sounding fucking sick. We got them for women all the way to big boys. You 5X, we got you. So definitely pick up the Sneaker Addict tees. We got all different kinds of styles, and I'm looking for new designs. If anyone wants to like design a shirt for free. I'm broke, so I'm not paying anyone to design the sneaker. I mean, not the sneaker, the shirt. Holy shit, I need to go to sleep. Yeah, I'm looking for a new design. So hit me up on my Twitter, and my Instagram is real DJ Delz. And that's really it. I hope you guys come back next week. I would love you guys to just set your alarm on your phone to 6:45 p.m. every Wednesday, and make sure you tune into this wrestling podcast. If we start getting a lot more people, we're going to do all kinds of fantastic stuff, because we will have more opportunity. Like, we will be hopefully getting people to interview other wrestling superstars, and that's definitely going to happen. We just got to get the audience up a little bit more, you know. So we definitely are working on that, and we love the audience we got now. No disrespect. Shout out to everyone that's watching right now. We love you guys, but you know, we got to show them numbers to get the talent in. The more numbers we get, the more talent. And trust me, I've got plenty of contacts in this phone, so it's definitely going to go down. And it's just a matter of us all together just making it happen. And that's it for today's podcast live stream. This also, the audio will be on iTunes also. Just search DJ Delz Podcast, and all the shows are on a playlist in the description box. The actual video and the audio you can get on iTunes and SoundCloud. With that said, we out. Peace. Oh, and rest in peace to Prodigy, man. You will be missed.